Hello and welcome back to Shulchan and HaRav. We continue in Hilchos, Betzias, HaPas, Siman Kuf Samach Zayin, and pick it up with Tezayin. We were saying that in order for people to be considered sitting together, they got to be sitting at the same table or the same spreaded cloth. So when is that true? But by it's only when you're in a home. Of Abasada outdoors, like his example was a field, but outdoors, it's just enough to prepare a place. And they're gonna, and then people are saying, "Nechol kan, let's eat here. Let's eat there." So everyone knows they're eating the same place. Or even if people are all sitting on their own animals, or maybe even their car hoods. You could say a modern example would be one of those tailgate parties, I guess. But everybody's eating from their own food. But they're all together. They are considered set up together. Even though they don't get off their animals. If they're moving while they're eating, Loy nikvu, that's not a kvias, they're not set. Afabisha amru nechal yachad. Even if they say let's eat together, but since they're all moving, it doesn't matter. It doesn't count. Even if they're just walking, they're eating from the same piece of bread. It's still no good. If they're traveling on the same boat, this would be the same thing as a plane or a train. But Amru, and they said nechal, and they said let's eat together. Nikvu, that's the kavias be'amriyazu when they say let's do it together. Even if they're eating from their own plate, the same bread or from their own loaf of bread. Even they're not on the same tablecloth. If they're sitting in a wagon, maybe this is the train example. Yeshli's topic. Maybe it's not clear if they're eating together. If it's not clear, are they? Is that like riding on an animal? Shahagala gamkem aleches, because the gullah is being pulled by the animals. Masha enkem basfino, unlike a boat. Shehi enu chashuv mahaleches. The boat itself, it's not. The boat is moving across the water, but you're not moving on the boat. The water is moving under the boat and making the boat move. But the boat's still on the same body of water as it's traveling. Or after maybe once they're sitting in the same wagon, mitzdarfim, that combines them no matter what. Unlike when they're riding on an animal, because even though they're sitting, each one is moving separately. Where in a wagon, you're all moving together. If they're eating in a field, but they're all very spread out and separated, even if they're all eating at the same time, they're eating from the same loaf of bread, but they're so far apart. Since they're not set in one spot and they're not eating together, really, they're eating separately because they're all far apart. Ein mitzdarfim, that is not considered mitzdarfus, and everyone would have to make their own bracha. Have a great day.